JT, how's it feel getting back kind of in the routine, getting back in the building, working with this offense with a couple of new additions out there?
It's always amazing. It's always amazing to come back out with the guys. But like you said, some new additions. We got a lot of juice. Especially on the offensive side. So that has me super excited.
What have been your impressions, first off, of Daniel Jones?
True professional. I mean, came up, introduced himself, like from the beginning. So I'm like, oh, okay, like he's a true pro. But but he's super athletic too. I seen a couple clips, but like no, he's really like athletic. Like when you see him in person, you see him do some things. I'm like, oh, okay.
What have you seen so far from Tyler Warren, and what addition can he be in complement to the rest of this offense?
Just first coming in, very attuned to detail. I will say that. A lot of times, I mean, you're a rookie, so you're just trying to find your way. It's a lot of moving parts, but he has a very good attention to detail, which is awesome. I'm sure you guys probably heard, but like Jack Doyle-esque type. If you want a tight end like Jack Doyle, that's the one. He's the guy. So shout out Jack Doyle.
JT, I know you're very meticulous about your preparation in the offseason and what have you. So how'd you kind of handle this offseason? I mean, it's only May, but coming into offseason workouts, how did you kind of prepare yourself, and how will that contribute maybe to good health and all that?
Number one is starting from the ground up. I know a lot of times people try to like restore the body, but there's a lot of things that you can do starting from your feet. Quentin Nelson has been on it a lot. I know that Luke Rhodes pays a lot of attention to his feet, but starting from the ground up with your training, no matter what's going on, that can kind of correct a lot of issues you may have going on up the chain. So that was one thing I focused on this offseason.
So how do you focus on your feet training wise?
Oh, there's a lot of things, a lot of different instruments, a lot of different exercises, isometric holds. What else? Barefoot walking, of course. But you probably already know that. I don't know if I've mentioned barefoot walking already, but that's for sure. One thing, that's a big thing, barefoot walking.
So how often are you barefoot?
Anytime I can. Like right now, I just came off the field, so no. But like after this, yeah, barefoot. But then, okay, I'll put my shoes on and go home, and then barefoot.
Okay, maybe I'm stupid, but how does that help?
It's just that if you look at the shape of all you guys' shoes, that's not the normal pattern of a foot. Like, and I know you've ever seen guys' toes, they kind of like go in. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to naturally have your toes spread out. So it's like modern day shoe wear almost inhibits that, which is crazy because now everybody wants nice shoes, but it's kind of doing damage to you.
The years you've been here, you know that players come and go, but you have to move on. You lose Ryan Kelly, you lose Will Rice. How long, you can't really dwell on that, you just have to move on?
Yeah, it sucks because if you're blessed enough to be in a place for long enough, like you said, you will see guys come and go. And I talked to a lot of the older guys about that, like DeForest, Kenny, and I'm like, man, you were the guys, like they're older than me, so you guys have been there the longest, and you've seen guys come and go. And I'm always asking them questions. The guys who left, what did they do? Or the guys who stayed, what have they shown? Like, why did they stay? And it sucks because you build those relationships, you know, every single year, and you know the team is never going to be the same each and every single year. But one thing you can do is appreciate that time, take what they've taught you, and then continue to use that going forward.
But then move on because you're going to have a new right guard. You're going to need a new center. That's just the life of the NFL.
That's the sad. If you're, like I said, if you're blessed to be in a spot for long enough, you'll get hit with the reality of, like you said, people come and go, and you just try to do whatever you can to be a guy that stays. But you just know that it's going to be different every single year.
JT, how do you approach a QB competition as a running back?
Well, number one, I think, like similar to last year, I mean, this was more injuries, but we had guys kind of in and out the offensive line. So it's almost like you just have to remember, okay, who am I in with? And then remember, how do they like running a specific scheme? Of course, there's a way as a whole we want to run it, but, you know, quarterbacks kind of have their freedom to kind of operate, you know, in their own like style or fashion. So you got to know, okay, who's in there right now? Okay, when we're running this scheme, I know what he likes. I know I need to be in my spot kind of early, or, oh, okay, we have him in here. I know I can take my time a little bit. He doesn't progress to me until a little bit later. So I think those type things, and I started kind of trying to figure that out with Phillip Rivers, just because, I mean, Phillip Rivers is a legend. So I'm like, hey, the elite backs you've played with, what did they do that made you comfortable and allowed you to do your job easier? So ever since then, I've been trying to just pick up little cues from different quarterbacks, whoever my quarterback is, to understand, like, I just want to be the best player for them, because at the end of the day, if the guy, you know, at the helm is comfortable, you got a really great chance of winning.
Has that process started with Daniel Jones at all? And did you know him just being from the New Jersey area?
So I didn't know him, but like I said, first impression, first time seeing him, came up to me, introduced himself, but like I said, I've seen some clips of him, and I saw he was kind of athletic, but then now seeing him in person, I'm like, oh, okay, he can kind of move. It's just nice. I'm like, oh, like this is like, we got juice on this offense now. I'm telling you right now, we got juice.
Do you keep tabs on like what day you're going to have Anthony next to you, what day you're going to have Daniel next to you? Like when it comes to, I know you haven't got out there for OTAs yet, but you know, how do you like keep track of that, and like, or does it matter to you almost?
I was gonna say maybe not tabs on who's gonna, because like they'll both be out there like every day. It's just a matter of like when you're in the huddle, you know, just double check like, okay, this is who I'm in with, and then you hear the scheme that we have called up to kind of understand like, okay, this is how he likes to kind of run this scheme, or this is what he likes the running back to do, running this scheme. But not like every single day. It's just, you know, keeping tabs of who's in here. You know, you look over to your shoulder a little bit.